Hello, my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the live. As always, if you're here, please kindly say hello and drop a like so that I get more views. Before we commence, if you want to join my Patreon, where I have all the market updates, my Millionaire spreadsheet, the 100x coins, and everything I do in crypto, basically everything that crypto related that I do, the link is here. Otherwise, say hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Let's wait for a little more people to join so we can start talking and discussing the current market conditions. Sergio, Clarence, Mark, Filippo, hello, my friends. Thank you for joining. Please drop a like. Please kindly drop a like. How is it going? Everyone having a good time? What's new, my friends? I'm currently cutting down on sugar, watching my diet, started working out again. Slanky, hello. Thank you for joining from the UK. Mark, work, work, work. Work is good, my friend. Work smart and work hard. LKBC, hello, Rob. Do you feel we are going lower? Yeah, I do think so. The last few videos we spoke about some kind of correction coming in sooner or later. And, whether or not it comes in at 35K or comes in now, I do believe the correction is coming because whenever the market pumped hard, there has never been a case where Bitcoin didn't correct and altcoins didn't correct with it. So I do think so. Yeah, I think that, we're due a correction. Filippo, great cut, man. Thank you, my friend. Anyway, yeah, let's get down to it, my friends. So basically what we've been talking about recently in the last videos is happening. So we're getting some kind of correction. I do not think that this correction is deep enough yet. I think that it needs to correct more. So looks like it's finally playing out. But who knows, maybe we'll wake up tomorrow and we'll see a candle to like 32,000, 32,800 in the next day. You never know. The point is that in this range, anywhere from 30 to 35K, I believe that the correction needs to come in sooner or later because Bitcoin has pumped over 100% at this point from its local bottom of roughly $15,000. And historically, we have had a decent correction every single time. It depends what altcoins are going to do once Bitcoin corrects. Sometimes when Bitcoin corrects, altcoins correct harder. And sometimes if Bitcoin doesn't correct hard, you get what people call a mini alt season. We're not going to use such phrases as alt season. I believe that basically coins all pump in the same phase of the market. The point being basically in a euphoric stage, all coins go crazy. It's just that some coins pump, 2, 3 or weeks ahead or even a month ahead of other coins. And, it's anywhere from like 10 to 30 days that coins pump and go insane. And then you get corrections. Then some coins keep pumping further. That phase is not here yet. We're not in that phase yet. What we're experiencing is basically just a recovery from the lows. A lot of altcoins, if basically the market keeps doing what it has done historically, and I think it will, altcoins at some point in 2023 will start pumping harder, much harder than Bitcoin. But once again, so far, 4-year cycles are intact. There's nothing to suggest that 4-year cycles are not intact so far. Once Bitcoin reaches roughly $45,000, we'll look at what the Dow Jones is doing. If the Dow Jones is breaking into new highs and altcoins haven't pumped hard enough yet, that means once again that 4-year cycles are intact. So far, as we've been repeating here time and again and reiterating, Bitcoin bottomed at roughly 80% after 80% crash, roughly as it always has historically. Time frame wise, it bottomed roughly where it has always bottomed. It has started making high lows and high lows on a macro where it has always done that historically. So for now, there's nothing to suggest that 4-year cycles are not intact. So far, everything is going according to plan. So far, everything is going according with our plan in Patreon. As you well know, as I said, if once Bitcoin reaches roughly $45,000, we'll look at what the market is doing and what the traditional markets are doing. And if they're doing what they've always done in that area, once again, 4-year cycle is intact. That means in roughly 2025, we'll be seeing huge profits. If, for example, I see that traditional markets are not behaving the way they always behaved and they're tanking and it looks toppy, and Bitcoin is roughly in the $45,000 range, maybe a little lower, maybe a little higher, and depends on once again what the altcoins are doing, I might cut half of my position, or I might even cut everything and start awaiting further crash and new lows and start reinvesting there. We'll see exactly what happens. We have to let the market mature and develop. Roughly right now, I have about like 55% of my entire investment portfolio in the market already. The other 45%, no matter what happens, no matter how high we go, I'm not touching. Once again, in the corners of the million spreadsheet, you know where to diversify, you know what to diversify into, where to dollar cost average, which prices roughly. Some of the targets have been hit, some of the targets have not been hit. Those targets that have not been hit, we're not forcing. So, I have roughly 45 to 40% of my investment capital on the side, and I would love for it to be in the market, but that's not what the rules are. That's not what the plan is, right? So I only will add with this money, roughly basically 50% of my portfolio that's on the side, only if we see new lows, no matter how high Bitcoin goes. Even if Bitcoin goes to 50K, there's nothing stopping it from making new lows, right? It can still happen. Anything can happen in crypto. So once we do get new lows, and if we do get new lows, that's why I will continue to dollar cost average to make sure that my average buying price is better. If that doesn't happen, we've backed enough, we've got enough entries, our bags are diversified well enough, we're doing well enough, and we start selling when it's time to start selling. Very important to stay disciplined, follow the rules, not do anything irrational. I know that people want to listen to the kind of people where, where I sit here and I tell you that you can invest $100 into some kind of meme coin and then, make $1 million, or you can invest, $500 here and make $200,000 just with one coin. I'm not that kind of person. I've never been that kind of person. My approach has always been very realistic. I like to make money. I like to stay safe. I like to help other people make money. And I don't like to basically just say random stuff just to make sure that I get more subscribers. I know that there are a lot of big names out there that do just that, that ignore the coins in their portfolio that are going to hell and they're down like 99%, only talk about the coins that are up a lot and keep predicting insane prices, just like in the last cycle, everybody was talking about $20,000 Ethereum and, $200,000 or $300,000 Bitcoin. When I was reiterating time and again, that's not going to happen. So the people who did listen and stuck with my strategy made a lot of money. I know I have. And the people who did not are back holding, so it has nothing to do with, what we like to hear. It's about what we need to hear, right? We follow the market. We kind of listen to the heartbeat of the market, right? We have to interpret the market for what it is, not what we want it to be. So we'll go with the flow, my friends. We can't force the market to do what we want it to do. We can only kind of like navigate the market like the sea and, catch fish here and there and not die in a storm and, come back home with a lot of fish. I don't know how good that analogy was, but you get the point. Please kind of put a like, my friends. International Crypto Asset Ninja. Happy to be in this community. Thank you for that, my friend. I appreciate that nice comment. Canator, my friend, as always. Have a nice day, my friend. Thank you. You too. Marcus, Southern Lights, Davor, Manjiro, my friend. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining. Gab Bonito, hi Rob. We'll be in Dubai end of next week, but will not catch you at the mall anymore. I see. No, my friend Gab Bonito. If you see me going live, I read your comments all the time. Let me know. We'll definitely meet up and do something. We can go to the mall. We can go to the Dubai Marina. Depends what you want to go do. We can go chill on the beach, or we can go grab some coffee, or we can go grab some drinks. Depends. Let me know what you want to do. Just let me know when you're here. Honestly, I prefer to do stuff like, during the day. I don't really like to go out that much these days because I'm kind of tired of it. I used to be a party animal back in the day. The OGs know what kind of content I was posting on Twitter, what my jokes were. I had the bachelor life, so now I just prefer to, have the family life and do things during the day, during the morning, and then just chill in the evening, Gabonito, drinks on me, my friend. Drinks on me if you're here. Drinks on me. So right now, the market is doing what we expected it to do. It looks like there are corrections coming in. As always, when Bitcoin corrects, also correct much harder. And when Bitcoin pumps, eventually altcoins pump much harder. Not all of them, of course, which is exactly why we diversify, right, my friends? Excuse me. I can never stress how important diversification is. I will keep reiterating it. Really it really doesn't matter to me whether or not people want to hear it. I say things that people need to hear. Diversification is probably the most important tool at our disposal. There's nothing more important than diversification in this market, in any speculative market. I know that you hear a lot of nonsense where people like Warren Buffett were saying, where they say that when you're too thinly spread and you diversify, you're not really going to make money. But I would just tell you once again, this guy, for example, has been saying now for a decade that Bitcoin is rat poison and is going to zero. There are people who came into this market with $10,000 and have made millions of dollars. And there are people who have come into this market with something like 30, 40, 50K and made tens of millions of dollars, right? And they did not listen to Warren Buffett, and they diversified and they bought different coins. Anybody who's been here for the last two cycles will tell you that diversification, we're talking about real people, real OGs who have made money, not wannabes. They'll tell you that diversification not only saves your portfolio, but it makes sure that you're very profitable, because it's so difficult to predict in crypto which narrative is going to deliver, what's going to be popular. Is it going to be the use cases and utility narratives like in a 2014 cycle? Is it going to be like 2018 with NFTs and meme coins? And now in this cycle, is it going to be AI coins? Is it going to be gaming coins? What is the narrative going to be, right? Is it going to be some kind of coin like XRP, that's gotten regulatory clarity, so a lot of people flock to it? That's why we have a lot of XRP in our portfolio also, right? Is Bitcoin going to be the number one king while a lot of altcoins die and a lot of people flock to Bitcoin? That's why we have Bitcoin in our portfolio. Is Ethereum going to still be the best blue chip altcoin out there? If it is, that's why we have Ethereum in our portfolio. Are EA tokens going to deliver, or meme coins and whatnot, any narrative? That's why we have these coins in our portfolio, right? It's very important to diversify with equal amounts of money without favoring one project over another. But it's also, of course, very important to understand what I mean when I say this. Of course, you cannot invest the same amount of money that you invest into low cap. You can't invest the same money into blue chip. What I'm talking about is when you're diversifying in blue chips, diversify with equal amounts of money and dollar cost average with equal amounts of money in the blue chips, then mid caps and low caps. So don't favor one low cap over another. Don't favor one mid cap over another, and don't favor one blue chip over another. Just because a coin is right now in the top 10, 20, or 30 does not mean that it's going to be there in the coming bullish phase. Trust me, my friends. There are going to be a lot of coins that you currently see in the top 50. They're not going to be there in the bullish phase. A lot of coins are going to overtake these coins, and a lot of these coins in the top 100 are going to die and not perform very well, which is once again why it's important to diversify in all narratives, to diversify into blue chips, mid caps, low caps, and give yourself options and enhance the chances of basically making a lot of money. Because we are not perfect as human beings. We're never going to get 100% score out of 100% score in investing. It's just like playing soccer. The best football players in this world, they keep kicking the ball, and very often they miss. And then when they score, it matters, right? And they're still the best. So don't expect perfection. Don't expect every single coin to deliver. Don't expect every single coin to deliver the way you expected. Don't expect to make exactly the kind of amount of money that you hope to make in the cycle. Once you reach a certain point, if you still haven't made the amount of money that you wanted to make, if some coins have not pumped as hard as you wanted them to pump, if some coins didn't even pump at all and went to zero, it doesn't matter. You cut everything, you get out in profits and good, great profits, and you wait for the market to crash. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. I guarantee you that not a lot of people are going to come in with $1,000 to $10,000 in this market and make $1 million this cycle. Statistically, 80% of investors lose money, and out of traders and day traders and investors have the best chances of making money. So that means that basically only 20% of investors make money. And I've been, I was lucky and smart enough for 2 market cycles to be the 20%, and this is my 3rd market cycle. And I believe that using my strategy, once again, I'm going to be one of these people, because once again, I'm very realistic about what I do. I'm very realistic about markets and when they top, and I do not expect some kind of crazy stuff that very rarely happens. The likelihood that you're going to catch a 1,000x coin is practically zero. It's practically zero. Like there are some lucky people, of course, that will do that, but that's like probably one in 100,000. I've never been one of them. I've never basically been lucky enough to catch something like that. I always had to put in a lot of effort, research, emotional control, and all that. Thomas Horton's question is, hey Rob, I see lots of people saying it's better to consolidate funds into fewer coins and not diversify as much. What do you think of this? I think that's complete nonsense. That's what I think, my friend. I think that's complete nonsense. Of course, there's a problem of having too many coins, and of course, it requires a lot of work. For example, right now I'm writing my newsletter already for several days, and I still haven't finished it because, first of all, I'm waiting for the market to develop a little bit longer until I publish the newsletter. And at the same time, because I have so much work to do, I have a lot of coins in my portfolio, which is why I have to make sure that I'm monitoring them nonstop. And it's a full-time job. It's a 24/7 job. It's not like a 9 to 5 where you come to work and then whatever happens afterwards, you don't care. Basically, you clocked in and you're fine. This is your portfolio. This is your money. You decide when to work and what to do, right? For me, it's a 24/7, 365 job. I literally work 24/7, right? So I believe people who say that are just lazy. And definitely, I believe that you should have at least 10 coins in your portfolio. Anywhere from 10 to 20 is good. I have more. Maybe I'll be cutting some of them in the future, but I just believe that, of course, there's such thing as too many coins, right? But I believe even if you have 50 coins, you just have to put in the work. And a lot of people don't want to put in the work, right? A lot of people don't have what it takes, right? Nobody really wants to wake up every single day and check on all the 50 coins. Even I don't want to do that sometimes. But I do it. I do what's got to be done. I understand that I got where I got, by putting in the work, by putting in the effort. And I understand that in order to make the money that I want to make in this cycle, and once again, make life-changing money, I once again have to put in the work and, put in the time. Nothing in this world comes easy that is worthwhile. People just want to get lucky, basically. So many people want to come into the space just like with 10 or 20K and just get lucky, maybe come out with like 500,000 or 1 million or 2 million. And once again, the only people who make money, and not even that kind of money, right, are only 20% of those people who come in to crypto. So the reason, once again, being because they're lazy. To answer your question, no. I do not believe in having too many coins, unless, of course, it really is too many coins. Just put in the work, put in the research, and if you really want something, if you really have the time, effort, and energy to put in, you'll be fine as long as as long as you're monitoring what you're doing. Awesome is saying, hi, Rob. Good morning from America. I'm a patron member in the $99 tier, and it's great. Awesome call on your current swing trade. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. I'm really glad that you're enjoying it. It's developing, my friend. The swing is developing. Let it develop. It's going to take some time, I'm sure. All these things usually take time. Swing trades especially take time. I've had swing trades that took me like, 2, 3, 4 months. I've sometimes had a swing trade that took me like, I think it was like 9 months, something like that. But I got it done. I did not FOMO while the coin was pumping. I waited for it to crash. We bought lower, then sold higher. All it really takes is tremendous patience and emotional control, which is why a lot of people also, unfortunately, lose money, because a lot of people do not have the emotional capacity and the control, what it takes basically emotionally to carry out these plays. So yeah, my friends, remember the importance of, if you're my patron, you bought when we're supposed to buy. You have great entries. Do not add to anything. Remain patient. Every single time I buy something, you know that I'm buying. I tell you where I bought, what amount of money that I bought. If you're in a $99 tier, with the Million spreadsheet, you know what the rough entries are. You know where we executed. We're once again in profit because of where we bought. So please do not start doing something different, because if you start doing something different, you'll have different results from me. So far, we're holding, and we're waiting to see if we get new lows, which we probably will not. But if we do get them, and that's what we'll dollar cost average and add more with equal amounts of money. If we don't, we're holding for now. We're holding and we're waiting for high highs and higher lows. We're waiting for the market to develop and mature. That's going to take a lot of time. I know a lot of people out there are telling you that moon any day now, any week now. That's not going to happen. Market is going to take time to develop. When you look at any cycle that's been there in crypto so far, even when you look at the stock market, any speculative market, unless it's penny stocks, right? It takes time for the market to mature, build higher lows and higher highs, and deliver great gains. And this time is not going to be different in that sense, for sure. Ismail Mohammed is saying, great joining this live, Rob. You're looking good, bro. Do you think we'll go lower from here? Thank you, my friend. I appreciate the compliment. And yes, as I answered earlier on. I do think we're going to go lower, on this range, anywhere from 30 to 35K Bitcoin. I believe some kind of decent correction has to come in. And it already did kind of come in, but I believe that, not that I'm trading it, so it doesn't really matter for me. Excuse me. But I believe that, I believe that the correction needs to be deeper. We already went from 31,000 to 28,000. That's already a correction, but I believe that it needs to be deeper. That being said, that's not a reason to start dollar cost averaging at somewhere like 25K Bitcoin or lower, right? We're not doing that. We're holding and we're only adding upon new lows. If it goes to something like 20K, which I doubt, but I seriously doubt it's going to go as low as 20K. But let's say it does, right? Because crypto is very, very volatile. If it goes to something like 20K and you miss the 20K entry on the Millionaire spreadsheet, then execute that entry. But do not add more at that entry if you already bought at that entry. Awesome. Question. When you have the time, can you provide profit-taking targets for the first 3 coins listed in the $99 tier? Thank you so much for what you do. Awesome. Thank you for that comment. I do not add the targets for the first 3 coins. I thought I added for every single coin, no? Or is it not for the first 3 coins and for the other 21 is there? Can you please clarify? Because if I didn't do that, I'll definitely do that. And that means that, I don't know. Once again, you see, this is what I mean. I'm not perfect. That means that, with all the patrons, with all my private students, with all the market analysis and all that, I might have forgotten to do one of a very important thing. So let me know. So my friends, stay patient, let the market play out. Don't do anything crazy. Definitely do not trade, I would say. If you're doing trading, you can swing trade with portions of your bag, but once again, it takes tremendous emotional control. And, 90% of traders lose money and 95% of day traders lose money. So your chances of making money while trading are not very high. You have to be aware of that. Beating the odds, it's not really in your favor. So if you're going to do it carefully. Me personally, I have the stance that trading the market after Bitcoin has crashed roughly 80%, anywhere from 80 to 90%, is risky because that's when you should be buying long-term bags and holding, not trading, because that's how you miss out on great moves. But I do have one trade going, one swing trade, and in the future, if I see another great opportunity, I'm going to go for it. I'm like I said, I trade rarely, but when I do trade, I make sure that it's a good opportunity. Once again, my friends, if you're here, please put a like, and and if you want to join my Patreon, it's here. You can join in the link. As I keep saying, once again, whenever you join my Patreon, if you're my Patreon member, unfortunately, I have this glitch right on Patreon where I cannot answer DMs, which is why I always ask people, please DM me on Twitter mentioning that you're a patron. And I answer all the patrons all the time, help with whatever I can and to the best of my ability. So if you're on Patreon, you got any kind of question, right? Just send me your basically a screenshot that you're a patron of your subscription. Ask the question on my Twitter DMs, and I'll answer the question within 24 hours. Awesome. I see. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you. Awesome. Captain Kurt. Hello. How are you, my friend? Everything okay? UK private pilot. Just joined the live stream. What did I miss? Well, my friend, just if you have the time, go through it. Once we're done, I'm not going to keep it too long. Probably another like 6 minutes, half an hour, and then we're going to disperse. But my friend, so do not start buying the corrections, because like I keep saying, of course, during, once we're in a bullish trend, you can buy the corrections. But if you don't, because I'm not buying the corrections, right? I only buy new lows, upon new lows. I always only buy upon new lows, right? Very rarely do I make an exception, so rarely. But anyway, if I'm not buying the corrections, and let's say you're buying the corrections and you're following what I do, then you're going to start doing something different also at the same time. You see what I mean? So if you buy a correction and it keeps crashing, first of all, you're going to come and say, Rob, about the correction now, are we going lower or are we going to pump higher? And the thing is, I'm going to the first thing I'm going to tell you is that you should not have bought the correction. We only buy new lows, right? We have a long time to accumulate. We have accumulated a lot of coins with great entries, with dollar cost averaged very well, and we have a lot of different coins in our portfolio. So now, this phase of the market is where we're waiting to see if we buy more, if we see new lows, or we sell once we've pumped hard enough, right? Waiting, we'll just wait. And we see sometimes really a good opportunity to trade, we'll go for it. And if I find some kind of what I think is a good gem that we can still buy, irrelevant of whether or not it will crash further, if I believe that it is still down enough and that in a bullish phase that is going to pump hard, we're going to add that gem to the $99 tier. Other than that, we'll just wait. We wait, we analyze, we watch, we stay patient. We don't get carried away with trading and day trading. We don't start doing something because we just want to make more money, because that's how people start messing up, right? That's when, in this phase, we just wait. We just finished the accumulation phase, the macro accumulation phase just ended, right? And now we have to wait. And if you're impatient and you start doing emotional things like trading, very likely you're going to lose money. And, trading right now, just like I said early on, is risky, because if you buy, if you bought recently in the accumulation phase with a great amount, you got a great buying price, you got a great entry, and then you sell it, and then the coin keeps pumping further. I don't know, in a few months, right? And you didn't buy back in and whatnot. You're going to end up buying higher. Then you're going to mess up the profit-taking targets, because now you need bigger ROI and bigger percentage pump to make the money you initially wanted to make, which is not going to happen whether or not you want it, right? And then, since you're not selling in time, you're probably going to end up back holding, become one of the 80% of investors who lose money, and then live through another 90% crash, and several years more for your coin to potentially recover, and for you to potentially break even or make a little profit, right? Like, don't mess it up, my friends. Don't let impatience and emotions really mess up the cycle for you. Ismail Mohammed, Rob, given your spreadsheet, if you couldn't buy one coin with an amount of 1,000, but then only one with $100, can you keep buying that coin until the $1,000 is achieved if the price is within the target given? Yes, Ismail Mohammed. If the price is still there, if the target is still roughly there, or if it's lower, or if it's a little bit higher, and you haven't bought there, you can buy there. But if it's significantly higher, and then you definitely don't do it. If the coin, basically, if you missed out on that entry, do not force that entry. If the coin is lower, even better for you, go for it. But make sure that you stick to the system of the way the way the system is. You know what I mean? Don't just throw in all money into one entry. You have to make sure that you still have money on the side for other entries in case we ever go there. 179 Kevin, my friend, I really don't do this kind of day trading, what you're talking about. For me, these moves are irrelevant. Too stressful, too much. I have enough work as it is, and putting in even more work for day trading, which is the most stressful way of making money in crypto, I don't do that, my friend. Mark says, did you watch the Gary Gensler hearing yesterday? Just curious. No, my friend, I did not. I'm so fed up with the Gary. I just try to keep him off my timeline. I'm just so fed up with that person. International Crypto Asset Ninja says, it's so good to hear Rob remind us to be patient and everyone will be a millionaire. Thank you, my friend. International Crypto Asset Ninja, my friend. Of course, it's very important to remain patient and let the market develop. In terms of not everyone will be a millionaire, my friend. People who follow a certain system and who have the emotional capacity, who execute the plan well, those people will be millionaires in 2 market cycles, I believe. If you once again, depending on the amount of money that you have. I'm talking about if you have something like 10, 20, K, then 2 market cycles. If you have, of course, 100K, then of course you can do it in 1 cycle. Multi-millionaire, no problem. So yeah, my friends. Okay, it's nearly been 30 minutes. We got 1 minute remaining. I want to thank everyone for joining. Could I please kindly ask you to put a like? I would really appreciate a like from you, my friends, so that we get more views on this live. And remember, patience, sticking to the plan, not forcing. Making money takes time. Crypto is not different. A lot of people really think for the fact that because the euphoria stage, when it comes in at the end before the market tops, A lot of people confuse this with being able to make money fast in crypto. It doesn't happen that way. It takes years. And this time is not going to be different either. If anything, market cycles are going to lengthen, not shorten for sure. I guarantee you that. So it's going to take time, my friends. Whether or not we like it, it's going to take time. Be patient. Don't get in your own way. Don't start making money for yourself more difficult by trading. Don't overcomplicate it. Just let the market play out and be patient, my friends. Crypto fail. I'm glad to hear that, my friend. Well done. I'm glad to hear that things are going well for you. Well done. Keep it up, champ. All right, kings and queens. Thank you so much. Had an amazing time talking to you, and I'll catch you the next time. Bye bye, my friends.